everyone. Welcome to the channel. I will just check my voice. Just check. So yeah, it's the 11th match of this Champions Trophy today, and it is a very important clash between Australia and Afghanistan. The Afghans are taking on the Kangaroos, and it's a very big game because Afghanistan are coming into this game after beating England in the last game, after knocking out England. And as far as Australia is concerned, they have beaten England, and they have now they are now facing Afghanistan today. So as far as the टॉस रिपोर्ट इज कंसर्न, अफगानिस्तान ने पहले टॉस जीतकर बल्लेबाजी का फैसला किया है. अफगानिस्तान हैज वन द टॉस एंड दे हैव इलेक्टेड टू बैट फर्स्ट. This is the news. Once again, Afghanistan team has won the toss and they have elected to bat first. This is the news. Hashmatullah Shahidi, the Afghanistan skipper, has elected to bat first. We will be coming up with the toss playing 11 updates very soon. The toss news is that Afghanistan have won the toss and they have opted to bat first. Uh, Coming to the context of this match, अफगानिस्तान इंग्लैंड को हराकर इस मुकाबले में आ रही है. वही बात करें ऑस्ट्रेलिया की, तो उन्होंने इंग्लैंड को हराया था पहले मुकाबले में कन्विंसिंग अंदाज में. 352 रन चेस किए थे. वहीं उसके बाद साउथ अफ्रीका के अगेंस्ट जो उनका मुकाबला था वह नहीं हो पाया था बारिश के चलते रावलपिंडी में. सो टुडेज मैच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर बोथ द टीम्स. ऑस्ट्रेलिया इज टेकिंग ऑन अफगानिस्तान. टॉस की बात करें तो अफगानिस्तान ने टॉस जीतकर बल्लेबाजी का फैसला किया है. इंग्लैंड को जब अफगानिस्तान ने हराया था तो दिस वाज द सिमिलर रिजल्ट ऑफ द टॉस. अफगानिस्तान ने एक बार फिर टॉस जीता है और बल्लेबाजी का फैसला किया है. जहां तक बात करें टीम न्यूज की, तो अफगानिस्तान ने एक बार फिर टीम में कोई चेंजेस नहीं किए हैं एंड they should not make any change because they have beaten England in the last game. तो चेंज बनता भी नहीं है टीम में. अफगानिस्तान Hashmatullah Shahidi, the Afghanistan captain, has won the toss and they have elected to bat first. अफगानिस्तान की प्लेइंग 11 की बात कर लेते हैं. अफगानिस्तान में रहमानुल्लाह गुरबाज, इब्राहिम जादरान, उनके दो बेहतरीन ओपनर, अटल जिनका उनका अच्छा नहीं रहा अब तक का कैंपेन, बट ही वुड वांट टू कम गुड टुडे एट नंबर 3, अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पोजीशन इन ओडीआई क्रिकेट. Rahmat Shah at number 4, a very talented and compact batter. Hashmatullah Shahidi at 5, the captain. अजमतुल्लाह उमरज़ई के क्या ही कहने, उनके ऑलराउंड स्किल्स के चलते ही अफगानिस्तान आर वेल प्लेस्ड इन दिस टूर्नामेंट एट द मोमेंट. मोहम्मद नबी, वी ऑल नो द वेटरन फ्रॉम अफगानिस्तान, Bulbuli Naik, Rashid Khan, Noor Ahmed, Fazal Faruqi. So Rashid Khan, Mohammad Nabi and Noor Ahmed will be heading the spin department, 30 overs of out and out spinners. And as far as the fast bowling department is concerned, Fazal Faruqi will be leading the pack alongside Azmatullah Umarzai, who is a very good new ball bowler, alongside Bulbuli Naik, a bowler who has many variations in his armory. So अफगानिस्तान हैज वन द टॉस एंड दे हैव इलेक्टेड टू बैट फर्स्ट. अफगानिस्तान ने टॉस जीतकर पहले बल्लेबाजी का फैसला किया एंड दे आर गोइंग इन विद द सेम टीम. दैट मींस उन्होंने टीम में एक भी चेंज नहीं किया है. द सेम टीम इज प्लेइंग व्हिच फेस्ड इंग्लैंड एंड व्हिच इवेंचुअली बीट इंग्लैंड. सो अफगानिस्तान हैव नॉट मेड एनी चेंजेस टू देयर टीम. As far as Australia is concerned, Steven Smith, the captain, in the absence of Pat Cummins, said that they would have bowled first. So once again, the toss was just a formality. Afghanistan wanted to bat first, whereas Australia wanted to bowl first. जहाँ तक बात करें लाहौर की, तो ज़्यादा advantage there isn't any distinct advantage to the team batting first or bowling first, and that's why Steven Smith said that he wanted to bowl first, whereas Hashmatullah Shahidi, the Afghanistan captain, reckoned that he wanted to bat first. So अफगानिस्तान की कप्तान को भी वही मिला है जो उन्हें चाहिए था और ऑस्ट्रेलिया को भी वही मिला है जो उन्हें चाहिए था. सो स्टीवन स्मिथ वंस अगेन ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए भी सेम टीम खेल रही है. इंग्लैंड के अगेंस्ट अपना मुकाबला जीत कर आ रही है ऑस्ट्रेलिया. They had to play South Africa in the last game at Rawalpindi, but the match was washed out due to rain without a ball being bowled. So Australia are sticking with the same 11 that faced England and that beat England. उस वाले मैच की बात करें तो इंग्लैंड ने बोर्ड पर लगाए थे 351 रन्स एंड इन रिप्लाई Josh English, brilliant wicketkeeper batter from Australia, emerging batter, alongside Alex Carey, another wicketkeeper batter, stitched a brilliant partnership to take Australia over the line against England. Glenn Maxwell chipped in with a brilliant cameo as well. अफगानिस्तान की बात करें तो पहला मुकाबला साउथ अफ्रीका के अगेंस्ट हारी थी, लेकिन पिछला मुकाबला इंग्लैंड के अगेंस्ट दे वन बाय 8 runs. 325 was the total they posted on the very same Lahore venue, and England couldn't chase it down. Although they had their moments, but eventually they were left 8 runs short of the Afghanistan total. So 317 was the total achieved by England, and which meant that Afghanistan won that game by 8 runs. So Afghanistan team काफी confident होगी after beating and after knocking out England, whereas Australia, we all know they are pretty dominant in these ICC events. So a mouth-watering clash awaits us. Both the team are going in with the same 11. अफगानिस्तान का प्लेइंग 11 मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी बता दिया है. ऑस्ट्रेलिया की बात करें तो मैथ्यू शॉट, ट्रेविस हेड आपको ओपनिंग करते नजर आएंगे. स्टीवन स्मिथ at number 3, Marnus Labuschagne at 4, Josh English, the star of the night the other day, at 5, Alex Carey at 6, Glenn Maxwell at 7, a brilliant all-rounder, Dwarshuis at 8, Nathan Ellis at 9, Adam Zampa, the spinner, the lone spinner, alongside Glenn Maxwell at 10, and Spencer Johnson, the left arm pacer, will be spearheading the pace department for Australia at 11. So Australia and Afghanistan, both the teams look very very balanced. Australia की बात करें तो जब जो है ये tournament start हो रहा था, there were many injury concerns for them. Pat Cummins, Hazelwood, Stark, और स्टॉयनिस, मिचेल मार्श, कोई भी इस टीम का हिस्सा नहीं था. जहाँ तक बात करें ऑस्ट्रेलिया की, बट दे स्टूड टॉल अगेंस्ट इंग्लैंड एंड दे इवेंचुअली chased it down pretty easily, a target of 352 pretty easily. So both Australia and Afghanistan have beaten England. Afghanistan had lost to South Africa in the first game that they played in this trophy, Champions Trophy, whereas Australia had a match scheduled against South Africa at Rawalpindi, but that match was washed out. So Australia have had a pretty long break between the first and the third game, because the scheduled second match against South Africa for Australia was washed out, whereas Afghanistan is will be feeling a bit of fatigue because they had played against England just a day before, and they had won that game, but eventually this is the same venue. Both the sides have played at the very same venue in this tournament, and they will be gunning to go for glory today. It is a mouth-watering clash. It is a very, very important clash in the context of the tournament. Australia are taking on Afghanistan. If you have joined right now, I must inform you that Afghanistan has won the toss and they have elected to bat first. अफगानिस्तान ने टॉस जीतकर पहले बल्लेबाजी का फैसला किया है, एंड बोथ द टीम्स ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड साउथ अफगानिस्तान आर स्टिकिंग विद द सेम 11. दैट मीन्स किसी भी टीम ने कोई भी चेंज नहीं किया है अपने पिछले मुकाबले की बात करें तो. ऑस्ट्रेलिया, मैथ्यू शॉट, ट्रेविस हेड, द ओपनर्स, टू ओपनर्स. मैथ्यू शॉट played a brilliant innings in the first game against England. Stephen Smith, Marnus Labuschagne, two stalwarts at 3 and 4. Josh English, Alex Carey, the wicketkeeper batters at 5 and 6. Glenn Maxwell, a brilliant all-rounder. He needs no introduction at 7. Dwarshuis and Spencer Johnson alongside Nathan Ellis, the three pacers, and Adam Zampa will be heading the spin department as always for Australia. Coming to Afghanistan, the playing 11, Rahmanullah गुरबाज आपको नजर आएंगे इब्राहिम जादरान के साथ ओपनिंग करते हुए. Very very promising and successful opening pair for Afghanistan. Sadiqullah Atal at 3, although he hasn't come good in this tournament so far, but he would want to come good today. Rahmat Shah at 4, a brilliant, very talented and compact, technically sound batter at 4. Hashmatullah Shahidi, once again, a very, very gritty player in the middle order, the captain of the team, Hashmatullah Shahidi at 5. Azmatullah Umarzai, the star of the night, with the ball in hand the other day and with the bat in hand too. We must not forget that he chipped in with a brilliant 41. So Azmatullah Umarzai will be very crucial today as well with a new ball when it comes to Afghanistan fielding. Mohammad Nabi, veteran, needs no introduction. Gulbadin Naik, the two all-rounders. Rashid Khan will be heading the spin department alongside Noor Ahmed and Mohammad Nabi. And as far as the fast bowling department is concerned, फजल फरूकी नजर आएंगे आपको अजमतुल्ला उमरजई और गुलबदीन नईम के साथ। प्लेयर टू प्लेयर कॉम्बिनेशन की बात करें तो फजल फरूकी a left hand pacer, although he did not fare well in the first match for Afghanistan against South Africa, but पिछले मुकाबले में उन्होंने काफी अच्छा 49th over penultimate over was brilliantly bowled by Fazal Faruqi, and he will be the player to watch out for today as well. The three spinners, Mohammad Nabi, Rashid Khan, Noor Ahmed, the three out and out 30 overs off spin bowling will be very tricky for Australia. If they want to win this game, then they will have to counter these 30 overs of spin. बात करें अजमतुल्ला उमरजई की, his swing with the new ball comes handy for Afghanistan. In the last game, he took a 5 for and which meant that Afghanistan won that game against England. So Afghanistan, just a day before on Wednesday on the very same venue, has beaten England, and they are pretty confident going into this encounter. Whereas Australia, after having chased down a massive total of 352 against England in the first game, their second match against South Africa was washed out, so they have had a ample of break between the first and the second game because one match at the very same venue, Rawalpindi, was washed out. Today, the match is played at Lahore. Uh, बात करते हैं यहाँ की वेदर कंडीशंस की, तो एज पर माय करस्पॉन्डेंट yesterday, कल यहाँ पे काफ़ी बारिश हुई है, a lot of rain yesterday, but the outfield looks good. Outfield is not damp at all, and it is a very good thing for this game to happen. A maximum of 19 degrees today as far as the temperature is concerned. So the conditions are very pleasant in Lahore at the moment. The predicted rainfall is reducing by the minute with a 25% chance of rain, and there is a very nice wind blowing across the stadium. That means that the clouds will stay away, and we would want to have a full 50 overs game today, 50-50 each. So talking about the dimensions, onto the left, that is the leg side, it's 72 meter for the right handers. On the right side, it's 63 meters and 75 meter down the ground. So around 9 meter difference between offside and the leg side. That means that once again the shorter boundaries will be there in the mind of the batters when it comes to the death overs or the latter part of the innings. Shorter boundaries will be there in the mind of the batters playing there out in the middle. So it's a very good surface. It's a run scoring fest. Lahore has always been that. 300 runs on all four occasions have been scored here in this tournament. We have seen that, and it's about how captains go about restraining oppositions both in the first innings and the second innings. So, uh, Omarzai used the back of the length area pretty well in the last game, as I said, and that area will offer help for the seamers. And this is the news: the back of the length area, 6 to 8 meter mark in the on the wicket, might help Umarzai. Umarzai के लिए वो 6 से 8 मीटर का दायरा काफी helpful रहेगा because he is a steady kind of a bowler. He doesn't have much of a pace, but uh, the ball feels a bit pacey than usual. So steady bowler in Asmatullah Omarzai will be very, very crucial, and because of the length he bowls, the 6 to 8 meter area mark will be very crucial. So the news is that Afghanistan ने टॉस जीतकर पहले बल्लेबाजी का फैसला किया है. The similar result of the toss that we saw against England. Although Steven Smith reckons that he wanted to field first, keeping the due factor in mind, but both the teams have eventually got what they wanted. Australia wanted to field first, Afghanistan wanted to bat first, and both the teams have got what they wanted. The toss was just a formality, and both the teams are sticking with the same 11 that have won their last game. So both the teams are coming off a win. Afghanistan have 2 points in their kitty, whereas Australia की बात करें तो उन्होंने इंग्लैंड को हराया था पहले मुकाबले में. हालांकि उनका दूसरा मुकाबला साउथ अफ्रीका के विरुद्ध बारिश के चलते रद्द हो गया था. सो ऑस्ट्रेलिया हैव हैड अ गुड ब्रेक, वेयरएज अफगानिस्तान की बात करें तो देयर वुड बी सम फटीग क्रीपिंग इन, क्योंकि वेडनेसडे यानी just a day before they have played against England a very intense match. So it will be very crucial for them to get on the field very, very soon, or इसके लिए बहुत ही अहम होगा अफगानिस्तान की बल्लेबाजी का एक बार फिर चलना। पिछले मुकाबले में हमने देखा था इब्राहिम ज़ादरान की एक शानदार मैराथन इनिंग्स के चलते अफगानिस्तान ने बोर्ड पे 325 रन्स लगाए थे, and that eventually translated, that confidence eventually translated into their bowling. So their batting has to step up, and if their batting does that, then Afghanistan can have a crack at Australia today as well. Coming to the head-to-heads, 2023 ODI World Cup, if you remember, Afghanistan had almost won that game, but sheer brilliance from Glenn Maxwell, a double hundred and unbeaten double hundred, ensured that Australia got over the line. So head-to-head की बात करें तो 2023 ODI वर्ल्ड कप में अफगानिस्तान ने ऑलमोस्ट हरा दिया था ऑस्ट्रेलिया को, लेकिन ग्लेन मैक्सवेल की एक शानदार डबल हंड्रेड के चलते अफगानिस्तान वह मुकाबला हार गई थी अंत में। अ ब्रिलियंट परफॉर्मेंस फ्रॉम ग्लेन मैक्सवेल, उनकी उस मुकाबले की जितनी तारीफ की जाए उतनी कम है। वानखेड़े का वह मैदान, and it was one of the best knocks in the ODI history. So Glenn Maxwell was the star of the night the other day. वहीं बात करें पिछले मुकाबले की जो T20 वर्ल्ड कप में हुआ था आईसीसी इवेंट में, तो वहाँ पे अफगानिस्तान ने ऑस्ट्रेलिया को हराकर सेमीफाइनल में जगह बनाई थी। तो दे हैव गुड मेमोरीज, एंड अफगानिस्तान को जायंट स्लेयर्स कहा भी जाता है। दे आर नोन टू बीट बिगर टीम्स, और आज के टाइम में देखें तो अफगानिस्तान परफॉर्मेंस और अफगानिस्तान सक्सेस is not at all a fluke. They have been pretty dominant. वह often यानी कि अक्सर ऐसे कारनामे कर रही है, बड़ी टीमों को हरा रही है, and Australia and England uh, has been the nemesis for them. So Afghanistan have elected to bat first, and after having some good memories of beating Australia and knocking them out of the tournament in T20 World Cup 2024, they eventually be playing the सेमीफाइनल्स। सो अफगानिस्तान का राइज इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट के लिए काफ़ी अच्छा रहा है। अफगानिस्तान अगर आज का मुकाबला जैसा कि मैंने कहा जीती है तो वह सेमीफाइनल खेलती नजर आएगी। सो अफगानिस्तान का भाग्य का तकदीर अभी भी उनके हाथ में है। अफगानिस्तान हैज देयर फेट इन देयर ओन हैंड्स। If they manage to beat Australia as well, this will be a very exceptional turnaround as far as international cricket is concerned, because that means that after losing to South Africa by a massive margin of 107 runs, they have now beaten England and Australia. So England have already been their victims, and today Australia is their eyes are on Australia। वह चाहेंगे कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया को मात देकर सेमीफाइनल में जगह बनाई जाए। तो तीन मैं कहूँगा इस वीकेंड पे कमाल के मुकाबले चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी में आपको देखने को मिलेंगे। अफगानिस्तान ऑस्ट्रेलिया आपको आज देखने को मिल रहा है। कल इंग्लैंड साउथ अफ्रीका का मुकाबला है। इंग्लैंड के लिए ये टूर्नामेंट ऑलरेडी ओवर है, लेकिन साउथ अफ्रीका के लिए बहुत ही क्रूशियल मैच होगा। इरिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ टुडेज रिजल्ट, कल का मुकाबला साउथ अफ्रीका के लिए बहुत क्रूशियल होगा। सो South Africa, England, another big game is on our cards, and on Sunday, I think the best match we are going to witness between India and New Zealand. Both the teams look well balanced, look well settled, and they will be facing on Sunday at 2:30 p.m. in Dubai. So Dubai से खबरों की बात करें तो भारत का आज प्रैक्टिस सेशन स्केड्यूल है शाम को। We will be bringing you all the updates from here, and कल जहाँ तक बात करें भारत का रेस्ट डे था, लेकिन शुभमन गिल बल्लेबाजी करने के लिए आए थे। Although there were some injury concerns reported in the camp, but still Shubman Gill managed to come onto the field with some support staffs of the Indian team, and he practiced and he looked crisp as always. He was looking very good in the nets. And as far as Rohit Sharma is concerned, there is a slight injury concern at his end as well. Against Pakistan, he suffered a hamstring injury. He कंप्लेंट ऑफ a hamstring इंजरी, और हमने देखा कि एक आध दिन पहले जब आईसीसी एकेडमी में भारतीय टीम के साथ प्रैक्टिस करने उतरे थे, तब रोहित शर्मा although he was seeing the proceedings, he was seeing everyone bat, but he didn't bat himself. So Rohit Sharma's fitness Indian fans के लिए काफी crucial रहेगा going into the big games coming up against New Zealand and the semi-finals as well. So I must tell you that second and fourth, yes, on Sunday and on Tuesday you will be seeing Indian cricket team in action. Sunday को न्यूजीलैंड के विरुद्ध मुकाबला है, और irrespective of that result, वह मुकाबला कोई भी जीते, आपको ट्यूसडे को एक बार फिर भारत खेलती दिखेगी सेमीफाइनल का मुकाबला। ट्यूसडे को दुबई में सेमीफाइनल स्केड्यूल्ड है, और भारत को सिर्फ एक दिन का ब्रेक मिलेगा संडे के बाद, यानी मंडे का ब्रेक। 3 days 2 मैचेस फॉर इंडिया स्केड्यूल्ड है। मंडे ट्यूसडे और संडे और ट्यूसडे भारत का मैच स्केड्यूल्ड है। जहाँ तक बात करें आज के मुकाबले की, अफगानिस्तान ने पहले टॉस जीत कर बल्लेबाजी का फैसला किया है। और बाकी खेलों की बात करें, बाकी मुकाबलों की, तो साउथ अफ्रीका इंग्लैंड का मुकाबला कल स्केड्यूल्ड है। भारत फेस करेगा न्यूजीलैंड को संडे को। सो थ्री लीग गेम्स आर स्टिल रिमेनिंग इन दिस कॉम्पिटिशन इंक्लूडिंग टुडेस मैच। अफगानिस्तान साउथ अफ्रीका, इंग्लैंड साउथ अफगानिस्तान ऑस्ट्रेलिया, इंग्लैंड साउथ अफ्रीका एंड इंडिया न्यूजीलैंड। So three big games coming up, and till Sunday we will have all the our semi-finalists. And as far as Indian cricket team is concerned, कल मैं प्रैक्टिस सेशन के लिए नहीं आई थी, रेस्ट डे था उनका, और शुभमन गिल हमें देखने को मिले थे प्रैक्टिस सेशन में। देयर आर सम इंजरी कंसर्न्स बीइंग रिपोर्टेड फॉर रोहित शर्मा, a hamstring injury, but we will hope that it's just a precautionary measure, and the captain of Team India comes back to lead the team on Sunday. A very big game coming up. If India manages to beat New Zealand, then eventually they will be placed at the number one position in Group A. And if they couldn't manage to beat New Zealand, they will be making it to the semi-finals nevertheless, but they will be finishing at the second position in Group A. So, in order to get a comparatively uh, less comparatively easier opponent in the semi-finals, India would like to win that game on Sunday, and that game will eventually test all the departments of India. New Zealand की आप फील्डिंग की बात करें, गेंदबाजी की बात करें, बैटिंग की बात करें, they look sorted, और भारत की बात करें तो they look the side to be. So a mouth-watering clash awaits us on Sunday as well. आज के मुकाबले में वापस आते हैं, अफगानिस्तान ने टॉस जीतकर बल्लेबाजी का फैसला किया है। दोनों ही टीमों ने एक भी बदलाव नहीं है। कल हालांकि लाहौर में काफ़ी बारिश देखने को मिली थी, लेकिन आज जैसे जैसे हम मैच के क्लोज आ रहे हैं, फोरकास्ट इज गेटिंग बेटर, एंड वी विल हैव फुल गेम ऑन आवर कार्ड्स, and we would hope that the rain gods stay away from this game, because it is a very, very big game in the context of the tournament. Afghanistan is taking on Australia. So I have told you the playing 11s, I have told you the pitch report, I have told you the dimensions as well. 63 meter on the leg side, 72 meter on the off side, so 9 meter का वहाँ पे आपको gap देखने को मिलेगा. And what this means is that in the death overs particularly, teams would want to target that shorter side. So big game coming up in another 5 minutes. The national anthems are on. Afghanistan is taking on Australia. Afghanistan and Australia have their fate in their own hands. Any team who wins today will eventually make it to the semi-finals and will become the third team after India and New Zealand to make it to the semi-finals. So Afghanistan, after beating England, have an eye on another giant, Australia. If they manage to beat the Kangaroos today, then Afghanistan will be playing yet another semi-finals in the ICC event. They have already played dominant, and we would want them to come good today as well. Afghanistan is taking on Australia. The toss update is that Afghanistan has elected to bat first. So Afghanistan का सामना हो रहा है ऑस्ट्रेलिया से। अफगानिस्तान ने पहले टॉस जीतकर बल्लेबाजी का फैसला किया है। लाहौर में ये मुकाबला खेला जा रहा है। कल हल्की बारिश देखने को मिली थी, लेकिन आज हमें फोरकास्ट क्लियर नजर आ रहा है। इट इज़ अ वेरी गुड न्यूज़ फॉर द क्रिकेट फैंस। और अफगानिस्तान और ऑस्ट्रेलिया जो भी ये मुकाबला जीतती है वह सेमीफाइनल्स में जगह बना लेगी और तीसरी टीम बन जाएगी भारत और न्यूजीलैंड के बाद सेमीफाइनल्स ऑफ चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी में एंटर करने वाली। सो अफगानिस्तान are up against Australia, and they have an eye on beating them today and making it to the another semi-finals in the ICC event. ग्राउंड डायमेंशंस मैंने आपको बता दिए हैं, प्लेइंग 11 मैंने दोनों ही टीमों के आपको बता दिए हैं। बोथ द टीम्स आर गोइंग इन विद द सेम 11। और क्या क्रूशियल होगा पिच रिपोर्ट, आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू, यू कैन expect a run fest, and if one of the batters of Afghanistan, as we saw in the previous team, Ibrahim Zadran was the one, if one of the batters in the top 4 or 5 of Afghanistan comes good today and they cross that 300 run mark, then you never know, Afghanistan can beat Australia in the 50 over format as well. We have seen them doing well against Australia in the 50 over format at Wankhede Stadium. But Glenn Maxwell's brilliance ensured that Australia won that encounter. But today it's a completely different game. 2 years later, these two sides are locking horns at the Lahore Stadium, at the newly renovated Gaddafi Stadium of Lahore. We have our correspondents at Lahore, so stay tuned. We will be bringing you all the updates on our social media platforms, whether it's X, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever you are, you will have Statify TV on your fingertips. So subscribe to our channel. This was it in this video. At the end, I would like to mention my sponsors. It's still 3 minutes to the match, so if you want to make fantasy teams, then you can definitely check out apnacricketteam.com and check out their offerings. So Go there, make your fantasy teams, and win big. So this was about my sponsors. This was it in this video. 11th match of this Champions Trophy. Afghanistan is taking on the 10th match of this Champions Trophy. Afghanistan is taking on Australia, and Afghanistan has elected to bat first. Both the teams are going in with the same 11. Any side winning this match will eventually make it to the semi-finals of the tournament. A very big match, a very mouth-watering clash awaits us. So stay tuned and go and check out the match, watch the match, because it is a very good match. It promises to be a good match for a neutral person as well. So go there, check it out. Thank you for watching. Do like the video, and this is Abhilash signing off for Statify TV. Thank you for watching.